Hello, who's your fans, who's your haters, and everyone in between. This is the Crimson Coliseum podcast. And on this second episode of today, I'm going to be discussing the IU football National Signing Day that just happened yesterday. And we got 21 new freshman recruits, and I'm going to talk about who they are, what position, where they're from, and how they rank amongst position and state. I'm not really going to go into stars because, as we've seen from how Cincinnati has developed these players, stars don't matter as much. But let's just get right into it. So the first one is probably the crown jewel of this class, the headliner, Byron Baldwin Jr. He's a safety from Baltimore, Maryland, 17th ranked in his position and 6th ranked in the state of Maryland. And this is a guy I think that can start day one. If there's anyone that's going to start day one, it's going to be him. There's not that much in terms of positional battle at safety because, especially at strong safety, where Sean Asbury is graduating, then you got Bryson Bonds there too. Then even at free safe, and then at nickel corner, Terry Jones and Tadarius Doss are both graduating. And then if you look at the corners, well, free safety, yeah, Sanguinetti's graduating, Nick Toomer's graduating. So there are some open spots for him to hop in as either a backup or the starter. So I think Byron Baldwin Jr. is going to have a lot of good opportunities here. Then there's Tyrone Burris Jr., an edge rusher from Indianapolis. 40th ranked in this position and 8th ranked in the state. This is possibly another starter on this team at the edge rusher position, just because on the edge we're going to be having a lot of turnover with Mikael Kamara possibly going to the draft and graduating, JFR graduating, Linnell Carr graduating. There's going to be some open spots there for some new guys to hop in. And then Blake Thury, tight end from Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. 40th ranked his position, 10th ranked in the state. He's also a pretty good tight end prospect we got. Um, with Zach Horton graduating as well as Trey Walker. There's going to be some open spots in the tight end room, so that'll be a big help. Sean Cuono, a running back from Clearwater, Florida, 55th ranked in his position and 103rd ranked in the state. And like that high of a position in state position in Florida really doesn't mean much because it's Florida. They have a lot of great players. Florida produces a lot of great talent. It's same thing. Shark Widows with Justice Ellison and Tyson Lawton both graduating, moving on. There's going to be a lot of wiggle room. Tristan Abram is an edge rusher from St. Louis, Missouri, 57th ranked in his position, 7th ranked in the state of Missouri, and same thing I said about Burris. I think he'll be in that special teamer, like backup third string special teamer type position there. Seattle Stewart Jr. is a cornerback from Cincinnati, Ohio, 66th ranked in this position, 35th ranked in the state of Ohio, and it's a solid corner. Um, with the amount of corners that with the defensive back room leaving and as struggled as it is, we're going to need as much help as possible there. So that's good there, and as well as Jalen Bell, another cornerback from Logan'sville, Georgia, 68th ranked in this position, 95th ranked in the state. So those are two guys that are probably equally, not equal, but pretty close to being skilled. So that's there. Baylor Wilkin, an inside O lineman from Findlay, Ohio, 81st ranked in the position and 46th ranked in the state. I couldn't find film on him to really decide to see what position he is, but we'll see what that leads to. Bob Bosa's a really good O line coach, and we're gonna need help with the O line because Nick Kedwell could be leaving. Then you also got Tyler Stevens leaving, Trey Wedding leaving, and then Mike Kadick leaving, all of them being seniors. Andrew Barker, tight end from Kokomo, Indiana, 83rd ranked this position, 34th ranked in the state. You can never have enough tight ends. Evan Parker, right guard from Carmel, Indiana, 94th ranked his position, 28th ranked in the state. Christian. Uh, I think right guard is a position that we may not need right now as Bray Lynch and then possibly Nick Kidwell could come back as the starter. But if not, Bray Lynch will be there right now, hold it down. But he could be a good developmental guy that we can bring in a couple of years. Davion Chandler, wide receiver from Indianapolis, 99th ranked in his position, 11th ranked in the state. Good receiver prospect. I think he's a Lawrence North guy, so he's already got that connection with Omar. And with the receiver room the way it is, with Miles Cross, Miles Price, Keyshawn Williams, and Addison Kobe all graduating, you're going to need some punt returns, and then also Solomon Van Horst is graduating too. So we need some returners. So hopefully someone can fill that role, and uh maybe that is Chandler or someone else in one of these new guys. Jaravius Hall, I think it's how you spell it. It's like Jaravius Hall, D lineman from Columbia, Tennessee, 110th ranked his position, 27th ranked in the state. On the D line itself, outside of just the edge rushers, you have CJ West, James Carpenter, both graduating. So I think he'll probably be in that Mario Landino role if they like what they see out of him. And then Jamari Farmer, linebacker from Mooresville, North Carolina, 120th ranked in his position, 28th ranked in the state. And with Jalen Walker graduating and Najee Logan graduating, I could see him filling in like and then also and he could be in a stud role position where, because you may need someone there with Liddell Carr moving on. Uh, Keyshawn Calhoun, a D lineman from Groveport, Ohio, 129th ranked his position, 56th ranked in the state. This and going into the later groups here, a lot of depth guys, a lot of guys that are going to be good on special teams. So we're going to see what happens there. Matt Marique, a left tackle from Orland Park, Illinois, 130th ranked in his position, 42nd ranked in the state. Right now, I think we're solid on left tackle because that's the position he played in high school from what I saw in his film. Because we've got Carter Smith there, hold it down for a couple more years, hopefully. So, but he could come in a couple of years, maybe at a different position if needed. Because you never need enough O lineman depth. Garrett Reese, another safety from LaGrange Park, Illinois, 133rd ranked this position, 46th ranked in the state. That again, you can never need enough defensive backs. PJ Nelson, linebacker from Cincinnati, Ohio, 135th ranked the position, 60th ranked in the state. Linebacker could be a good position for us. Zachary Smith, quarterback from Atlanta, Georgia, 135th in the position, 163rd ranked in the state, but in Georgia, that I don't know if means much. Uh, DBs are a very big position of need, so I don't think we need to worry about we got it's still a need. We're going to address in the portal, but having some depth there is pretty big, and he could be a returner. You never know. Kyler Garcia, D lineman from Nashville, Tennessee, 141st ranked in the position, 29th ranked in the state. Get some good depth, and hopefully he can develop into a good player. Here's a fun one: LeBron Bond. We got LeBron, everyone, from Norfolk, Georgia, 144th ranked in the position, 31st ranked in the state. Is that right? I don't think that's right. Uh, Let me make sure I'm right on that. Oh, Norfolk, Tennessee, not Norfolk, Georgia. Norfolk, Tennessee. I just put Georgia down for some reason, even though it's Virginia. If I could figure out what is it, I think it's VA. Yeah, I think it's VA, Virginia. Norfolk, Virginia. You definitely got that Signetti JMU connection there. Miles Kendrick, the last player, wide receiver from Jacksonville, Florida, 157th ranked in his position, 161st ranked in his state. And that is basically the freshman class that we've signed yesterday. And my main takeaways are this. We are focusing a quarterback in the portal, could be a Miller Moss type of player. And even Signetti mentioned that because even though he likes the freshmen like Tyler Cherry and Mendoza, I don't know if they're going to be competing at a Big Ten level just yet. Uh, get someone to compete with Taven Jackson for the starting position. And if he gets hurt, we'll have someone solid there. We may get one or two starters from the freshman class, Baldwin and Burris, possibly. Uh, maybe someone like Stewart or Bell if they do really well, and maybe Davion Chandler or one of the cornerbacks in like a returner role. So maybe. But we did address a lot of good needs. We had five defensive backs in this class as well as three O linemen. We had a couple tight ends, a couple of edge rushers, a couple D linemen, I think three D linemen. So I think we did what we needed to do in this recruiting class. I think we didn't really get any headliners, some five stars, but I think a couple years we'll start getting them. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube channel platforms. And I'm gonna ask you, who else do you think we're gonna get in the transfer portal?